When it comes to performing, there's levels to it. For a rapper, you don't necessarily have to have a dance routine or an immaculate background to bring an audience to life. A lot of non-dancing artists rely on background dancers anyways to spice the performance up, and that's perfectly fine. But it's more so the energy you bring on stage. For example, take a look at a lot of male rappers like Chief Keef, Kodak Black, or G Herbo. The stage be full of niggas, jam-packed with their homeboys, a blunt, and vibes. But the audience doesn't mind because it's about the energy they're giving out. As long as you're giving your targeted audience a good performance, they're just happy to be there. Lola Brooks is the newest up-and-coming rapper to hit the scene. Her breakout song Don't Play With It was actually released a year ago but has recently been receiving a lot of traction and praise. But recently, she was brought out on stage on separate occasions by Future and A Boogie. Those green lights are helping her grow her audience since Boogie is a big New York rapper and Future is that nigga overall. But regardless, she was opening up stadiums, which is amazing for her career. What was highlighted after her performance was her stage presence. A lot of people took note that she was ready. The way she was running on stage, the bass in her voice, and her overall energy gave off the aura of gratefulness. You can see she was genuinely happy to be there. People admire you more when you give off the energy and vibes because it can be relatable. Lola has been rapping for 6 years now, and when she ran on that stage full force and said she made it, she didn't just tell you, you felt it. Whether you were there or watching on your phone, people like seeing other people come up because it reminds them they can do it too. That's why everybody was rooting for Cardi B 5 years ago. People admired her come-up story. Stripper, from the Bronx to reality TV star to Grammy Award-winning rapper. Cardi also gave off the aura like she was happy to be in that position she was in. Gratefulness. Ice Spice blew up in 2022 with her song Munch. With the help of TikTok, her song went crazy stupid viral and her popularity has risen a lot in the past months. Now the thing with Ice Spice, her song Munch isn't really much of an ear catcher besides the one viral verse. I've heard the song a multitude of times and for the life of me I can't remember how the song ends. But nonetheless, she still had some popularity before the song took off, and once it did, her live performances started gaining a lot of attention. Her performances are one word: lackluster.
Shit, baby, I'm the baddest bitch. Niggas like this, not double. That nigga's a dub, no, not just. I cannot fuck him. Next is card, it isn't hard. Niggas feeling that touch me.
She kind of beats to the same drum in the majority of her performances. If she's not softly rapping, she's out of breath. If she's not walking on the stage, she's standing or does her little left cheek, right cheek booty jiggle. It's the same all around. We can use the excuse that since she's a new artist, she needs to develop herself more on stage, or that's her most popular song, so she doesn't have enough time on stage to do what she wants. Whatever excuse you want or can give the girl based on her stage presence, go ahead, but the excuse you come up with will be disputable. Lola Brooks got one song that the majority of people know just like Spice, but it's entirely two different stage presences. Lola is gonna come up with the smoke regardless. I've watched numerous videos of her on stage and not once has it been boring. Ice Spice actually reminds me a lot like Sweetie. Ice has stated before that she actually just started rapping a year ago.
I was like, alright.
So you started rapping last year? Wow. And to see you come this far in a year is like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Right now, we have a lot of up-and-coming gems in the music industry, and then we have artists like Spice who doesn't have a passion for music. They saw this as a come-up and a cute hobby, and it worked out in their favor. And it's all from light-skinned pretty privilege. Ice is a beautiful girl and she has a nice curvaceous body. She is the ideal image and it helps her excel drastically in the industry. I stated previously she reminds me of Saweetie. Saweetie even said it herself that it's crazy how she has achieved so much without releasing a single album.
I think it is crazy that I've experienced a lot of success without no album out. I think it just goes to show that my brand supersedes music and that I'm here for a long time and a good time.
Saweetie's brand is her image. She even calls her style of music pretty bitch music. And we all know Saweetie's music is a hit or miss. She has a couple bops, but overall her music could use some work. But because she is pretty, we continuously let her slide. Her opportunities are endless and she gets chance after chance to redeem herself as an artist. I discussed this in my longevity in the music industry video, but Saweetie has a few terrible performances. Although she did receive backlash, that still won't stop her from booking another stage.
Got some haters moving shite. Ask me if I'm rolling with them. Girl, I might be. Yeah. Me. Likely my wrist ain't looking ice. Charging by the minute. Cause my girl see me and get humble. Let's go. But I don't even want to. Break back, crocodile Dundee. Make my body like iceberg hunting.
Could you imagine if this was Megan going on stage forgetting her lyrics, or if Lizzo did a little 1-2 step and sang out of breath? They don't have the privilege to be careless like that because then people will immediately begin to discredit them. It's kind of like because we know as artists Saweetie and Ice Spice aren't that good, so we don't expect much from them. But they could get away with their mediocrity. And as people, we can be very shallow. Ice Spice has the natural goal body that a lot of girls pay for, and a lot of men's ideal body they prefer in women. If you look at the commentary on Instagram or Twitter regarding Ice Spice and her music, it all translates back to her appearance.
I got faith in you, but I think, you know, the money's not where it needs to be. I think we should have a conversation on the side. So if you just shoot me your number through DM.
I got you. I'm gonna drop a song tonight on SoundCloud.
Hey, we'll talk.
All right.
Okay.
Shoot that.
I bet. We don't give a fuck about that song. Bitch, DM me. I don't give a fuck about that song, baby girl. DM me. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Drake even allegedly shaded her on one of his songs from his joint album with 21 Savage called Back Outside Boys. He rapped, "She's a 10 trying to rap, it's good on mute." Spice then responded in a tweet saying at least she's a 10. I just want to clarify that these situations are disrespectful and I in no way, shape, or form condone this type of behavior towards women. But I just wanted to emphasize the treatment towards different women in the music industry. The situations may not have been respectful, but all in all, her beauty was still complimented aside from her music. All publicity isn't bad publicity, so she's still getting recognized on bigger platforms. So her songs can continue to be mid, and it's okay. For Lizzo, she's a Grammy Award winning artist with #1 songs, but all some people can think about, majority men, is her weight. If Lizzo wasn't actually a good artist, she wouldn't have made it this far. Flo Milli is a rapper that gained popularity on SoundCloud from her songs Beef Flow Mix and In the Party. In the Party is the more popular of her songs that glamorizes the cute Valley Girl persona that Flo Milli raps with. It's unique and different. It's like when Nicki first came out. What made Nicki distinctive was her personality that she would distribute through her verses. Flo has that. She dropped her mixtape Ho, Why Is You Here in July of 2020. Her visuals and her most popular singles that got her buzz were on the mixtape. Then, in 2022, she released her debut studio album, You Still Here Ho? Her theme for the album was based off of early 2000s pop culture. She even paid homage to Tiffany New York. She is labeled the queen of reality TV, and Flo got a cosign from the HBIC herself for her interlude on the album. The creativity she displays isn't talked about enough and underrated. Don't get me wrong though, Flo Milli has buzz, and she is recognized, but the work she puts in that she's been doing for the past couple years. Compared to Ice Spice's 1 year, it just seems like if Ice Spice came out like Flo, she would have blown up quicker than if Flo came out like Ice Spice. With these ladies I'm discussing, it's all about hunger and who really wants it compared to who's riding the wave. You can tell the difference. Every single one of these ladies has blown up from a viral song, and it's about what you do with the virality. This just doesn't go to female rappers though, males too. There's a lot of male rappers that faded into obscurity or don't even have the same musical pull as they once did. But for females, it seems like your looks matter more than anything. As a guy, you can look however you want, be as big or small. As long as the music hits, you'll make it. For females, it really depends on your attractability. It could be really upsetting because a lot of talent goes unnoticed or takes longer to be recognized. But for the rappers that are here and doing their thing, I admire their success. Even Ice Spice and Sweetie. Everybody deserves to win at some point. Well, that concludes today's video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Toodles!